I was taught to be humble and modest in all situations. Throughout my life, I felt that struggles are a normal thing and pretty well deserved, and that a big chunk of my achievements is just pure luck. That being proud of myself is not great, that others come first, and that it's very tacky to take compliments joyfully. My self-confidence had to go a long way to dig through thick layers of depreciation, self-depreciation, if to be precise, which is what we are going to talk about today. Now let's take a quick and easy test. What do you usually respond when someone thanks you? A. Don't mention it. B. No worries. C. No need to thank me. D. It's nothing. E. You're welcome. Don't think too much, just a quick answer, your automatic response. And if your response is A, B, C, or D, most probably you have tendencies to devaluing yourself. And in this video, I will share with you 10 signs that you are devaluing yourself, and we will discuss what can be done to change it. And yeah, we will get back to this easy test and we'll discuss it as well. According to Cambridge Dictionary, self-depreciation is behavior when someone tries to make themselves, their abilities, or their achievements seem less important. But we can see this on a much wider personal scale when we think that our whole personality, our whole being is unimportant, that we are just dust in the wind. And of course, we are all particles of dust in the wind, but is it a fulfilling mindset to live a life? I don't think so. There are situations when self-depreciating behaviors can serve as very effective coping mechanisms. For example, when we don't take ourselves too seriously, and thus we can go through pretty challenging life events. But there's always a fine line between useful and detrimental self-depreciation, and in this video we are talking about the dark side of it. Devaluing yourself is not about doubting your skills, abilities, looks. It's about thinking that something is wrong with you, that you are not someone that you'd like yourself to be. And in many situations, your self-depreciating inner voice can have intonations of your close family members, parents, grandparents, siblings, or even friends, or it can sound like a collective society. And here are 10 major signs that you might be devaluing yourself. You focus on your small failures instead of bigger achievements. You keep remembering your mistakes from very long time ago, and they still make you cringe and embarrassed. You make sarcastic jokes about some traits or actions of yours that you are very sensitive and insecure about, such as your weight, your facial features, your job, your relationships, and in most cases, people don't laugh at those jokes anymore. You're afraid to look pompous and arrogant. You depend on results. The more, the higher, the better. Sometimes this can be manifested in being very obsessed with all kinds of trackers, like healthy trackers, and thus you find a way to prove to yourself that you've done enough of right things, of healthy things, to be proud of yourself and that you deserve a praise. You can't take compliments. When someone notices what a beautiful garment you're wearing and how much it's becoming to you, your answer is always something like, "Oh no, it's just an old cardigan, nothing special." You have a hard time saying no to people and often put their interests first, because you sincerely believe that your interests don't matter and they can wait. You think that your biggest achievements in life are just mere luck. As a YouTuber myself, I can see this a lot in other content creators. They say something like, oh, it's just luck that my videos got picked up by the algorithm and thus I managed to make it my full-time job. Otherwise it wouldn't have happened. I'm just lucky. Or, oh, we are lucky to have met and found each other and build a marriage, a happy marriage. But no, it's not only luck. There's a lot of job and effort involved. You always feel that you're the victim of circumstances. You feed off signs of appreciation from other people. You have thoughts like, why should I even try to do something if that won't be accepted? Just imagine how many people give up their writing passion, for example, just because they were told that 99% of new authors are rejected. Some food for thought here, right? And now let's get back to the beginning of the video, to the thank you test. And if your response is anything but E, it means that you mean that there is nothing really to thank you for, that you haven't done anything good to that person, which is not right in most situations. By answering A, B, C, or D, you don't only fail to recognize your own good actions, but you also devalue thankfulness of another person. And I didn't really think about it until I was getting ready to film this video, and in so many situations I respond not an E answer. I do not say you're welcome. We are so used to maximalist black and white thinking that self-appreciation is perceived as narcissism and self-depreciation as altruism. And there are three very important things to understand here. We are responsible for our own thoughts and perceptions, no one else but us. Difficulties inevitably make us stronger, eventually, even if they hurt too much. It's a very cheesy truth, but still. I'm very susceptible to acting and thinking as a victim, and in that state of mind, I perceive that everything bad that has happened to me makes me weaker. And to break this circle, I'm trying to focus on the knowledge and strength that I've acquired through these difficulties. Everything changes and everyone changes, and you first of all. We are living beings and we can't be reduced to a stack of labels. So just let yourself be different. I'm not a guru, as I've said so many times on this channel. I'm still figuring out my way to be more whole and fulfilled. And after all, we are in this world together, and figuring out a way together is so much more exciting, right? So here are a few, very few, but very important ways how we can alleviate the burden of our self-devaluing behaviors. Identify the stereotypes that you have about yourself. Write them down and find out where they come from. Maybe you never draw because sometime in the elementary school your teacher said that you don't have an artist talent at all, and you are not even trying because you have this stereotype that you can't draw. The thing is that the moment when we are born, people around us already have some expectations of us. All parents want healthy, problem-free and cute child. All teachers want responsive, diligent and smart students. And it's pretty normal, I guess. But when we eventually are told by people who they think we are not, it sticks with us, it restricts us, and it turns into a perfect self-depreciation tool. Acknowledge and celebrate even smaller achievement of yours. When you achieve something, it's not a norm, it's a success. Try to always remember what struggles you've gone through to achieve something, to be where you are now. Because if you are still here, if you have happy moments, it's pretty worth celebrating. Be grateful not only to the world and other people, but to yourself too. To your body, to your mind, to your everyday expressions of life. Let yourself take up more space in your own heart. The thing is that when we value ourselves, when we are empathetic with ourselves, we nurture the same attitude towards others. Egotism stems from the soil of unconnectedness, while self-appreciation nests in empathy and love. Feel free to share in the comments what you think, whether self-depreciation is very well known to you and what do you do with it. Maybe you have some valuable advice for me and all the community here. And thank you so much for being here and watching. I hope you enjoyed our time together. And as always, be safe and keep your heart open. And I hope to see you soon. Пока-пока.